Of course, News 9 was there, and we spoke to as many of those candidates as we possibly could. Here are our conversations with Doug Burgum, Chris Christie, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Nikki Haley. Ambassador, what is the risk of the conflict right now in Israel escalating, not just to two fronts, but seeing other countries get in as well?
I think it's messy right now. I think that what we're going to see is we've got a lot of support for Israel. Everybody's horrified by what they've seen happen. But the key is we can't just support them when they're hit. We've got to support them when they hit back. They need to eliminate Hamas. As that happens, it's going to be messy. It's going to be long. But at the end of the day, it's needed. I think right now you see the Iranian foreign minister showed up in Lebanon meeting with Hezbollah. I think now they're going to start to threaten because they don't want them to really go in there and do what they need to do. But they shouldn't be shamed by intimidation. They just need to move forward and do it. But this is a sensitive time. And I think the important part is America has to have their back regardless, and Israel needs to do what they need to do.
What contrast has this war drawn out between the candidates in the Republican primary?
Well, I think if you look at the fact that I dealt with Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, Syria, Israel, the Palestinians, every day for 2 years, not just once a year, every day for 2 years, I was dealing with these exact same issues. And now we have a war in Europe. We've got a war in the Middle East. We've got aggression in the Pacific with China. These are all things that I did every day for 2 years. And we were able to take the kick me sign off of our backs at the UN, and we were respected again. That's what I want to do in the world. But you're going to see the next 10 to 20 years are going to be very foreign policy focused. And I'm the only candidate that's actually had that foreign policy experience on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, you have Vivek Ramaswamy essentially poking fun at you, saying, finish them, to, Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Listen, I would ask, has he met Prime Minister Netanyahu? Because I have multiple times. And look, I don't care what he says. He discounted himself a long time ago with comments he made about Israel and Ukraine. So, he can keep saying what he wants. We're going to keep focusing on solutions.
When you're here at an event like this and people get to see every candidate, does it get a little bit more competitive, I guess?
No, it's actually great because I want to get as many Granite Staters in the room as we can to hear us, to see if we can pull them in. So I like situations like this where it brings out people who you may not normally have come out to hear you, because our goal is to connect and to make sure they know what our plans are to make America strong and proud again.
We know that you had momentum. How do you ensure that you don't peak too soon here in New Hampshire? Obviously, you've got South Carolina as your home state, is a different situation, but Iowa and New Hampshire, how do you make sure that you don't peak too soon in those two states?
We're keeping our head down. I mean, we have done over 100 town halls in Iowa and New Hampshire. That doesn't count the events we've done in South Carolina. We're touching every hand. We're answering every question. I'm the last one to leave because we want to earn their support. It's about trust. It's about relationships. It's about them knowing what our solutions are and how we're going to go and make their life better. I think people are tired of working for government. They want government to work for them, and I'm going to go and prove that to them. So it's one person at a time, but we're willing to do it, and I think as long as we put in the work and we're humble about it, I think that hopefully we'll earn Granite Stater support.
Do you think